Hello, good morning. Hi there. It's good to be here together. Another day. We are here for a happy Tuesday. I've been really following this series of articles in the Washington Post with a book that came out today. The book that came out is called I Alone Can Fix It. The tragic last year of Trump's presidency. And it's a close analysis of the year 2020. It is the segments I've read of this book are absolutely riveting. And this morning I watched a program where the two authors, the co-authors, were discussing their research modalities. They interviewed over 140 people who worked in the White House, who worked closely, with the administration. And there's some pretty amazing and still shocking stuff. So I just thought I'd put that out there. Usually I don't speak about political things, and we'll put that aside now, but I did want to just let you all know that there's this resource out there, and it looks to be a really good resource. If you're curious, and if you've been feeling like me, that as 2021 wears on and we move toward late summer and fall, I feel like I'm starting to get the distance from 2020 so that I can really look at it. Because when we were in it, it was so visceral and it was so immediate. But now here we are, we can kind of look back at it a little bit and get a perspective. And this is why I'm a historian, is because I really think that there are so many things that we only learn in hindsight. And so looking back is really a way of preparing for the future and being mindful about the now. So that's just a little, I was up at really early this morning so that I could watch this interview East Coast time. Let's get the cards ready. So yesterday I left Baba Yaga's candle burning for the whole day, and the wick issue has now corrected itself completely, at least so far as I can see. So we are moving in the right direction with reversal and returning any energies that are not of us to their source so that they can be where they're supposed to be. And Baba Yaga helps us do that. So, crone mother, bone mother, healer, seer, witch, secret keeper, screech owl, mighty wolf bitch, Baba Yaga bright dawn, Baba Yaga red sun, Baba Yaga midnight, Baba Yaga black sky woman, keep me safe within your sight, keep me on the path of right. Crone mother, bone mother, healer, seer, witch, secret keeper, screech owl, mighty wolf bitch, Baba Yaga bright dawn, Baba Yaga red sun, Baba Yaga midnight, Baba Yaga black sky woman, keep me safe within your sight, keep me on the path of right. This is a big one. I can tell, I can feel it. Releasing allegiances. I can already feel that it's large. It's a large card. Releasing allegiances. Not an easy thing to do. I suppose If you think it's easy, you're probably not much of a Buddhist, actually. Because it's not about attachment, but it's releasing an allegiance really shows you where attachment lives, I guess is what I should say. And so if you aren't perceiving your attachments, you're probably not really deep in your Buddhism. It's time to hold on to yourself and let go of another, even if just for a time. You've gained all that was meant to be from that connection, at least for now. You have given and you have received. The need to let go does not deny the value of what has been acquired. It is more that the time has come for greater productivity, creativity, abundance, and consciousness in your life. You have completed many cycles in the vibrational frequency of consciousness that you are now being asked to release. You have been in that vibrational frequency for some time now. You've earned the right to step out of that frequency, out of the habits, relationships, and possibilities that are limited to that outmoded frequency. It is now time to expand into a higher or different frequency of experience that will bring enhanced love, greater empowerment, and more peace into your life. You will take the wisdom of what you have learned with you into something new. New connections, new relationships, new life experiences at a higher turn in the spiral of life. But first, you. Trust that you can step into solitude for a time without being consumed by loneliness. It's time to reconnect with yourself. Perhaps you had a period of outward orientation where your energy was diverted away from the inner journey of self-discovery and creative self-expression and into the world of lists, schedules, and demands. I'm going to read that sentence again. Yes. Yeah, I know, right? This is giving me life too. It is time to reconnect with yourself. I'm reading this again. It's time to reconnect with yourself. I'm reading it as much for me as for you. Perhaps you have had a period of outward orientation where your energy has been diverted away from the inner journey of self-discovery and creative self-expression and into the world of lists, schedules, and demands. Trust that you may need to step back momentarily, even from healthy relationships and commitments, to refresh your spirit, to reconnect with your own nature in solitude. Perhaps you've been diving so deep into the creative waters that you've lost your bearings or your energetic connection to the earth, to your own life and your own needs in the here and now. Either way, you need to come back to the ground of your own body. Sending you love, Mary Beth. She says, I'm crying. Shananda says, a powerful truth for me. Yes. And Josiah says, said many moms. Oh, yeah. Eileen's with it. Tara's with it. Yes. Tara says, read it 3 times so it will be so. This is shaking my core. I wept this morning releasing a relationship. I will read it one more time. Here we go. Perhaps you have had a period of outward orientation where your energy has been diverted away from the inner journey of self-discovery and creative self-expression and into the world of lists, schedules, and demands. Trust that you may need to step back even momentarily from your healthy relationships and commitments to refresh your spirit by reconnecting with your own nature in solitude. This is a time for self-love, for paying attention to yourself, for nurturing, holding, and being with you. It doesn't mean you can't love others. It just means you need to turn your attention inwards for a time, quality time with yourself. You will emerge renewed, refreshed, and clearer about your journey and your relationships as a result of this. This oracle is also confirmation that the work you've been doing on yourself is working for you. Your level of self-love is growing, and your ability to love consciously and healthfully is also growing as a result. Some connections in your life will mature along with you, and your regard and affection will deepen and blossom. It will be revealed that other relationships are no longer relevant to your life journey. You will know which is which because you'll feel it. You will feel it most clearly when you have some time to be with yourself in reconnection. Sisters, what do we need to release allegiance to today? Name it, claim it, identify it, get clear about it, look at it, perceive it. Maybe it's something that's really hard because you're like, no, I don't want to. I notice that whenever I say, okay, goddess, anything but that. If I say, okay, goddess, anything but that, that's where I get tripped up. That's where the goddess goes right away. Okay, goddess, you can have this, that. Anything but that. As if I were separate from her. As if I were separate from her consciousness. As if I could silo any aspect of myself or my life off from the Great Mother. From her. No, I can't silo myself off from any of it. And neither can you. You can't silo yourself off. You can't say, I'm just going to put all of this in like a little closet over here and lock it up. And then maybe when the goddess comes to do the house inspection, she won't notice. Yes. Jill says, separation is illusion. Separation is illusion. There's no dividing the oneness. We're all here in samsara as many times as required for the rest of eternity until we can move forward into liberation as a single assembly. So why would we try in any moment to pretend that we can silo ourselves off or keep ourselves at some kind of a distance? We can't. So in releasing allegiances, we actually give ourselves greater space for oneness. By releasing allegiances to what feels incomplete or incorrect, by releasing allegiances to any part of ourselves even that is stuck in the past, by releasing allegiance to even our own opinions about things, this is where our freedom lies. Yeah, Tara's got a great long comment here on Facebook. I can't see the whole thing, but yeah, we're corded into things. Sometimes we're wrapped around something and we think we're here so tightly wrapped, but really we're not. We're only tethering ourselves. Yeah, Shananda said, in my morning pages this morning, I reconnected my bond with Goddess on a deeper level as I had felt disconnected. Yeah. When we are thinking we can silo ourselves off from the Great Mother, that's when the biggest danger is. Because you know why? When we're not operating on Great Mother consciousness, we're operating on ego consciousness. And ego consciousness exists to serve itself. Goddess consciousness exists to serve all beings. So take the time today to decord from anything that you've become wrapped around, most especially any aspect of yourself that you've been trying to hide from the Great Mother, any aspect of your past that you've been trying to preserve, even though you can see that it's disintegrating. Let it go. Say farewell. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And farewell. Until we both meet again in our refreshed forms. Let's Really commit to this today. And now we're going to dive into Guanyin practice. I think that's our short bit. We've had tears, we've had recognition, we can feel personally called out, we're uncording, we're healing, we're allowing things to disintegrate. Decay is going to happen, and we're going to be the death doulas of our own experience where need be, so that we can have greater refreshment of life and bring that greater refreshment of life out into the world for the benefit of all beings indivisibly, so that at one time, someday, we can all move forward into enlightenment as a single assembly. Let's go do our prostrations. Before we get started, I'm just going to quickly empty my water bowls, because I see that I didn't do that before I got started today. For those who haven't done this with me in a while, we cleanse the bowls every day. And that way, I'll be ready for my offerings when it's time. Some hard-hitting truth this morning. Grateful for this. Grateful for this clarity. Taking refuge in the truth. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention, a person, place, situation, or circumstance that will benefit from today's practice. Today I'm holding a friend who's got a very ill parent, and she's at a long distance away from her father as he's coping with a sickness. And it's hard for her to try to cope from a distance. So for both her father and his healing, and for my friend and her aching heart. And let's recite the four immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering to Guan Xiyin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Omahum. 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 Reverently I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guan Yin, remain until the end of samsaric existence, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. 108 recitations now of Namo Guan Yin Pusa, remembering that even in the letting go, we have a greater opportunity for wholeness, not because we're separating pieces of ourselves, but because we're all part of one wholeness. And whenever we get tightened down, we're inclined to forget that. Namo Guan Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Yin Pusa, Namo Guan Yin Pusa, Namo Guanxi 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 Yin Pusa. and the brief wind horse practice of Tara, calling back our different aspects of ourselves that we may have left scattered all around in our lives and in the cosmos, so that we have the life force we need to create the positive changes that we want in this world. Lume choksum chidang jitsun ma gyayum pakma drome jintu yi daki sisu pajor nyandraknyam yarnu dadang yarji sushindu kepar kaje wangtang lungtanyam nyampa soshing chatu gawalong chije lekpe lamdu drowa dang sering nime de dang denju shi. Through the blessing and power of the unfailing Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and of Jetsunma, mother of the Buddha's noble Tara, may our lifespan merit prosperity and renown increase like a waxing moon, like a rising summer lake. Especially may our good fortune, Wangtong and Windhorse, be healed when they weaken, rejoined when interrupted, raised up when sinking down. May whatever we do turn out well, and may good health, long life, peace, and happiness be ours. Lume choksum chidang jitsunma gyayum pakma drome jintu yi daki sisu pajor nyandraknam yarnu dadang yarji sushindu kepar kache wangtang lungtanam nyampa sushing chatu gawalong chije lekpe lamdu drowa dang sering nime de dang denjur shi. Now 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum, calling out to Guanyin and asking for her help in having the best possible path toward compassionate release of any energies or connections, cords or bonds that don't really serve either our highest good or the highest good of all beings. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Dechen Yeshiwangmo. Om Sosti. Through the powerful blessing of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of Supreme Bliss, Yeshiwangmo, be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings, so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guanxin Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guanyin, bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher. Please drop your counts in the comments so that I know that you have added them to our million mantra count. This week, we are at about 345,000 out of the million. Good job, everybody. And I will be back tomorrow. Take care and have a great day.